All right, everybody. And as always, at the beginning of our streams, I always like to point out, as a friendly reminder, this stream is not ready for anyone under the age of 18. If you're here and under the age of 18, I question your parents not monitoring your internet activity, and if they're aware of letting you watch my stream anyway, I question their parenting. But of course, if you're a Draco family member, then I highly recommend that you watch. Either way, fuck you and have a good time.
Yeah.
All right, and since you all are probably already in, I might as well go ahead and get this loaded up. Should have already been done
Yep.
that.
You're always last. You are always last.
Yeah, well, either way. The important thing is that it's working, so. And now to make sure that this is capturing the right photo.
Cass is be taking the ill wishing of a certain cactus acts with his usual smooth reactions. He's just like, okay, fair, bye, I'm out.
All right. Now, when last we left the party, y'all were climbing further and further down. Eventually, you wound up getting fucking yeeted to the surface after transporting yourselves strangely through the fucking random ass magic circle that you found on the ground. And I believe one of the last things that happened was R opened a shadow road between two alternate fucking realities. Am I correct in that, Czar? That's exactly what you did.
Sorry. My headset's not working. 1 second. It's working now, but what's up?
I said
What's good?
I believe that you had just fucking managed to open a shadow road between fucking alternate realities, despite the very obvious warnings.
I don't think we've managed to yet. I think he was asking about like how it worked
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
I
I
was
haven't
only
tried
just
that.
asking about it as if it was something that was possible.
Did you skip past the point? Did you explain to her everything that happened after she fell asleep? Because I zoned out for a second. Did you explain to her about us seeing our reflections and interacting with them? Because I didn't
Yes.
hear that. Okay.
No, I kind of went over that out of after session when I spoke to her the next time.
Oh, okay, cool. So she's got that information. Good.
Yes.
Is it something
Sorry,
I
didn't mean to
can
doubt you.
do?
I doubted my attention span.
Yeah, last one you had
I am
actually.
just gonna say this. Probably passed out again.
Yeah,
God damn it, woman.
that's literally the very last thing that happened on Roll20 on the last session was Zara rolling for checking to see whether or not Shadow Road would actually work.
Yeah, it was more of I can see if it can work, but it's not something we've started to do because it's something that I need supplies on.
Mm-hmm.
Not as
Well,
far
and
as.
we're also
Go ahead.
trying to figure out like just talking to our others and that because I can't remember. Oh, God, why has
Because
it
you
been
did
so
tell me
long?
it would be something that both of us would have to do on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would basically, because of it being a mirrored reality, he would already be doing it if you are.
Well, yeah, but conversing's better because they're different from us, but they're
Yeah,
the
here's the
same.
problem. Here's the problem you've done. Okay. On one hand, you've said, as we look on it, if I raise my right hand, my mirror image is raising his left hand.
That's
However,
how
you're
it
also
works.
clearly, hold on, let me
Okay.
finish. That is how a mirror works, not how a mirror dimension works. The person that we're looking at, if they're in a mirror dimension, they are not exactly us. They're not having the exact same thoughts as we are. They are not performing the same actions that we are. So you've gone from it's basically like there's a mirror in front of you, and when you raise your right hand, they raise their left hand to, oh, yeah, by the way, they also exist autonomously and have their own will, which also, by the way, happens to be opposite of yours. So you've kind of confused me in this sort of on one hand, it's a mirror, but on the other hand, he has like completely, if it was a true mirror, he would have the same thought processes in that as I do. Otherwise, how would I
Also,
raise my right
we've
hand and he raise his left? Like, I'm
we've
confused right
conversed
now.
with them, like they've conversed with. We've talked to each other,
Hmm.
Yeah,
which
they
means
are now
they were
separate
doing
entities.
something else separately to us.
Yes,
Okay.
precisely.
Fair enough. Have you ever seen the
So
movie?
that's the confusion that I'm having right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and explain that. Have you ever seen the
Yep.
movie Us?
No.
Oh, I just got so much harder. Okay, basically, the premise of the movie was that there was a secret underground
Wait. Are you talking about that traumatized the fuck out of me?
The horror movie about the family that basically wound up fighting their doppelgangers. Is that what you're talking about, Sakura?
Yes, where they lived like uh near like a seaside park or some shit like that, but underground.
Under the carnival.
And little girl got and the little girl actually got swapped.
Yep, that's exactly what
But
I'm
yeah,
talking
no,
about.
That
that's my concern with this. Is,
I
like I
didn't.
said, it's gone from they think exactly the same as us, they're doing exactly the same thing as us, to now we can converse with them, which means they have their own wills. So they're obviously not us.
Okay, so that was just poor explanation on my part, is what's going on then.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's. Am I not getting my point across? Zara, help. You seem to be on the same wavelength as me. Help,
I
because I
mean,
feel like I'm not getting my point across right now.
you sounded like you were getting it pretty well across, I thought.
But like, that's the thing, is you're trying to. I don't know if you're trying to do this as like trying to get one over us on us as a GM, or if you're trying to tell us that A is A when A is actually B, and trying to confuse us out of game. I'm confused right now, mostly out of game, because you're sending different signals, and I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, and I'm not sure how to react to it in character right now because.
Okay, so it's definitely not intentional.
Okay.
You're a big Futurama fan, right?
No.
Okay. The
I
best
have
way.
seen some episodes of Futurama, but I am not a big Futurama fan.
Have you seen the episode with the gold and silver benders talking to each other?
No.
Okay.
Like, I understand the concept of a doppelganger, and if that's what you're trying to get across, it's just like I said, you start with basically I'm in front of a funhouse mirror, to now this creature on the other side of the mirror has his own will and is trying to talk to me. So which is it? And how did they know I was going to raise my right hand to raise their left hand? And why are they doing that? Are they trying to pull one over on me? I'm dealing with a lot of thoughts right now, and I'm spiraling. So someone else say something, please.
Okay. So,
La la la.
effectively
Is
speaking,
that already your thoughts?
yeah. Let me hear what you think before I give the explanation I was about to.
Oh, go with the explanation. I'll say my thoughts afterwards.
So the whole mirror thing, that was that was bad explanation on my part. So that one was more of just like a, oh, that happened at the same time type of shit. Whereas it's more of a doppelganger situation where the further you are from this barrier, it seems like it's a mirror, but it's more of a window when you're actually right up against it, like the party is currently. But more than anything, they're doppelgangers from an alternate universe.
Okay. So the whole thing that you had us mirroring what we were doing and seeming to speak at the same time as we were, that was just coincidence?
Yes.
Or are you trying to be funny, I guess? Okay.
No,
Okay, thank you.
coincidence.
That helps me a lot there, because
I'm
I'm just
glad.
like, these are two completely different. I understand the doppelganger thing. I understand, like, that's how I felt at the end of the session, but then I'm like, but wait, this thing earlier, like, are you trying to fool us? Are they trying to fool us? What's happening here? My brain goes into overdrive sometimes. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Like I've pointed out multiple times, I'm glad that you guys are actually asking questions, because other members of the group have just, oh, he's contradicting himself, I'm just gonna exploit this shit.
Yeah, and that's the thing for me. Like, I didn't know if it was intentional or not. I know some GMs will do that to fuck with us and be like, "What do you think? I don't know what's happening, guys. What do you think?" Like, so
It's all based
it's
off
like,
of your imagination.
exactly. That's the thing. Is like a lot of DMs will be like kind of assholes about it, but like I kind of understand. Like, Finn doesn't know shit, right? So
Exactly.
me having this sort of feeling, I'm gonna explore it in character as well, even though you've just explained it to me.
Yeah.
Me feeling kind of ick about it. I could feel like he would feel kind of ick about it, because he has +8 to his insight. So I'm actually gonna roll his insight, see if he catches on to this.
Oh.
Oh, that's pretty low. That's pretty low. So what I'm looking into is he's trying to figure out, are they actually trying to solve the same, like, because they say they're trying to solve the same problem, there we go, as we are. Are they being truthful about that? And I'm also trying to figure out. I don't know if I need to roll something else for this, but we're also trying. Finn and I are also trying to figure out: are they locked in for a reason? Are these people dangerous? Should they be? Should we be helping them come out, or should we be ready to fight them so they don't get out? You know.
No, I get exactly
I
what you're
don't.
saying.
Yeah, I don't trust these guys.
So,
Wait, is it
I
kind of
trust
like the
them
Highlander? There can
explicitly.
only be one.
I don't know. Maybe.
the
What were you
funny
saying, Zach?
thing. Mhm.
Oh, I was jokingly saying I trust them explicitly.
Of course you would say
You
that shit.
fucking would say that, right?
But here's the part that's really gonna burn your brain, though, Sakura. If that winds up happening, was it originally my idea, or was it an idea you planted?
Right? That's always the problem.
Oh no! But
That's the
for some reason,
problem.
I'm getting Highlander. Here's the thing: I'm getting Highlander vibes from this bullshit. Or that movie, War. Was it War? Where the dude hops through different universes and he kills all of his clones, all of his alternate reality selves, so he can be the only one. I've watched way too many sci-fi movies.
It sounds like it. That you've watched too many. Because no. What you find out, you're going to have to work for to find out. Just like
Yeah.
Genesis is doing.
Yeah, you've got rules in either investigation, insight. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. Or you can just say, this is how I go about investigating, and he can react to that as well. It's not all based on rules. It's DM's discretion, basically, how he wants to do it.
All I have, my highest one is investigation. That's all you get from me. Investigation and perception.
And randomly fucking unnaturally high ass arcana checks for no fucking reason.
This is true. This is true.
I'm still like
Like,
in my mind, I'm still trying to figure out how the party member who has the least fucking experience with magic and magical items is usually the one that is identifying shit that the magic caster can.
But did she put proficiency in Arcana or something?
No, her entire build is centered around fuck you, fuck magic.
Then how high is her int? It must be pretty high for that shit.
intelligence is one.
Then how are you?
I do have. I don't. Wait, hold on. I do have some spells. That's probably why I have Arcana.
You have spells?
Which is still confusing
Yeah.
to me.
Thought you were a barbarian.
She's
Right?
a blood rager.
Barbarians go ooga booga, bludgeon it with things.
I don't know. I had someone help me build this. So
Well, he
I don't
built you
know.
as a what's the word? Something of nature, freak of nature. He made you build a freak of nature.
An
Congratulations.
abomination.
Abomination. That's the word.
But let's be honest here. We know exactly who it was. She just doesn't want to say the name. And we know exactly
I do.
why it's an abomination.
Because of the person who made it. That's
Exactly.
why.
Oh, you need this, this, and this.
You
I
really don't.
don't
I just
use
go
any of
ooga
that.
booga through things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I hit it? Yes. Cool. I'm gonna hit it hard. Done.
Yeah, I don't need fancy magic to say I'm picking up a fucking column and beating you to death with it.
Or better yet, you're party members. Oh, these are friends of yours? Hold on, picks up, uses his club. Now you both take damage. Congratulations.
I could just see that fucking Eris telling Finn, hey, strap these spikes to your chest. I'm going to use you as a club. What?
Can we do more than just strap spikes to me? Because I feel like that'll hurt.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
And Discord's shitting all over you again.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see her basically trying to force Finn into a set of Berserker Battle Rager armor and then just using him as a weapon.
Hey, as long as I have high enough defense, go for it.
Like, no joke, I have Firebolt, Predesignation, Devastating Strike, Infernal Wave, and my only other one is Sink Shishomaru.
Bro,
Yeah.
sometimes I
The
hate
Seek
people.
Shomru and the Find Familiar one, those ones specifically are because of the familiars that she has, and obviously her
that's
fucking
fine.
mate.
Those make sense. The others are like, why do you have Fireball? What were you saying,
Infernal,
Zach?
Firebolt.
yeah, Infernal Wave and Fire Bolt are probably because of your subclass being an Infernal Heritage.
Yes.
No, that makes sense then, yeah.
So
What
is
were
the
you saying, Zach?
Devastating Strike and the other one. I don't know what this one is.
To be fair,
Hold on.
Devastating Strike sounds more like it's a barbarian
Why
feature.
did they give you Prestidigitation? It's a magic trick.
Medical
I
magic.
don't know. Don't
Boy
ask
is
me these
cuckoo for
things.
Cocoa Puffs. Boy is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He made it way too complicated for you.
I don't even use the spells.
It's fine, you don't need the spells. You bonk people out of existence, it's fine.
The funny thing is that I literally I don't mind sharing this just because somebody picked up on it and it was fucking hilarious. The BBEG basically has an item with prestidigitation. What the hell is the fucking word I'm looking for here?
Hey, magic tricks are fun.
The thing
Don't
that
shit on prestidigitation.
No, I'm not. The fucking thing that artificers do.
I meant Tira.
He meant me.
Yeah. What's the thing that
That's
artificers
my
do that
other
they
one.
basically permanently put the spell on the item?
The imbuements or whatever it's called?
I guess?
Where you have so many charges and you can make items with it or something? Like,
Yeah,
or enchantments where you can enchant something where like you can give a heavy crossbow repeating.
Yeah, I think it's like augment or something like that is what I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Augmentation.
Yeah, basically the BBEG has a little metal clip that he carries around with him at all times that's augmented with prestidigitation, basically to make ominous thunder sound anytime he speaks, like anytime his name comes up. Like, I have no problem whatsoever with that because it's just fucking funny. Any other guys
I sent the other
having
one.
issues, or she's just not amused?
I'm just listening to you guys going on and on. It's fine.
I sent another one so Sissy can read.
The other thing that he forced onto your character.
Devastating Strike. That sounds more like a class thing. Blood Rager is a class thing, so that makes sense that you have that.
Yeah, she is a blood rager.
Firebolt. I mean, he was saying that you have some sort of infernal bullshit in your background, so that makes sense for Firebolt as well. And Infernal Wave, I guess that one makes sense too.
Yeah.
I've never seen a barbarian with spells. I'm just like, the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, and pretty much everything she's got is cantrips anyway, so.
And I don't use them.
Well, you have used the one.
Which one?
You've used Seek Shomru.
That's the only fucking one.
Where's my hubby? Where is he?
Yeah, that caused
It
a
should be-
whole fucking thing between Eris and fucking Ravox.
Why?
Because at the time, wild magic surges were happening pretty much constantly anytime magic was used, and he was getting pissed off.
He wanted to gouge out my eye.
Yeah, it was something to the effect of, I will end you if you summon your furry fuck buddy. Basically something to that effect.
Yeah,
Can I roll Arcana just to see?
I mean, you're more than welcome to, even though there's really no point to it.
Unless you have a question you want answered, rolling Arcana isn't going to do anything other than go, yep, that's magic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know nothing about magic, so I don't even know why
Basically,
I have Arcana.
The only reason you roll a skill, like Arcana, Insight, whatever, is it either you have a question that the DM wants to know how much information you can get from the answer, or if you're trying to do a skill like acrobatics or athletics or whatever, and we want to see how well you accomplish that skill, or if you trip and fall on your face. Those are pretty much the only times you use skills. You don't just throw the skill roll out there. It's like, okay, but what are you doing with this roll, basically? But I'm pretty sure we already did discern that, yep, this is magic. I think Thaldrin did that last session, so...
This is magic.
This is magic fuckery, for sure. You would know about magic fuckery, Thaldrin.
All right. So with that roll of 11, what exactly is Finn trying to ascertain?
Like I said, I'm trying to figure out if they're actually like doing what they say they're doing. Like, are they actually trying to accomplish the same goal as us? Also, do they seem like, I can roll again for this if you want. Do they seem like the kind of people that we would want to unleash on the world? Because considering that they're different than us, just because he looks like me doesn't mean he is me, kind of thing. So
Okay,
it's a
gotcha.
twofold question, and like I said, I'm willing to roll a second time for question 2 if you like.
All right. So as far as the 11 goes, up until the, what type of people are they? That because I wanted to make sure of exactly what it was you were asking, so I wasn't giving errant information.
Yep, that's fine.
He can tell that everything about what's going on just seems to be very off. Just,
Yeah.
obviously, aside from the fact that the other Finn that he's looking at is physically identical to him in pretty much every aspect. Everything
Yeah.
about how he's dressed just screams more of like goth.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. So whereas Finn is holding, as of right now, the Garland whip, the other one is holding a Catty Nine Tails, and he's dressed in pretty much all leather head to toe with zippers and chains and shit like that hanging everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, so this is basically bondage Finn.
Definitely seems more aggressive than me, that's for sure. Okay.
Yeah, and pretty much every time Finn is
Borderline
sitting there,
sadistic, yeah.
yeah, every time Finn is sitting there smiling about something, the other one is just scowling pretty much constantly.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll like pull Thaldrin aside and be like, are we sure we want to let them out? I mean, it might be the way to end our problems, but I think we should be prepared to fight them if we do succeed at this. I mean, just look at them. They seem kind of sketchy. What's other Thaldrin look like again?
Oh, that one I hadn't really gotten to, mostly because I don't remember exactly what the fuck Thaldrin looks like to begin with.
Look at his display picture on Discord. That's what he looks, or not on Discord, sorry, on Roll20. That's what he looks like.
Let me get this popped up here. So basically, sunken-eyed Naraku with antlers.
Wow, rude.
No, I happen to like Naraku as a character. That's not an insult.
That is
Wait,
so rude.
which Naraku?
Naraku, honey, the one where he's in the baboon skin, the Oniguma one.
Oh, ew.
I have
Actually,
no
now
I
that
idea
don't
I'm
what
get
that
that
means.
looking
feeling
at it,
well.
he kind of looks like the character picture kind of looks like if Naraku and Aizawa had a kid.
Ooh.
Of course, that got our attention real quick. Alrighty.
You got my red flag and my green flag together.
God.
Yes, Petri dish baby for
Red
the
flag and
win.
a green flag had a son, and he's a troll and a half. So yeah, that sounds about right.
So other Thaldrin, again, just like with Finn, pretty much physically identical, aside from the fact that this one has long black hair, and the horns on him are effectively made almost like of more bone-looking material, if that makes sense. Obviously, I know that horns and antlers and all that shit, that's kind of what they are. It's calcium. These look more like very much serrated, pretty much kind of like what you would expect from an edgelord type of horns on his head.
You mean like what you would find on a Wendigo?
No, Wendigos are less edgy than the other Thaldrin looks.
Mm.
You're about to see a fucking Wendigo up close and personal soon.
Oh god.
Why?
But yeah,
Why didn't I just take my cold medicine and pass out?
because you love D&D.
Mm.
But yeah, so pretty much same deal with the other Thaldrin, except his is more of like rucksack rather than leather. But pretty much everything dark, where regular Thaldrin is more earthy tone clothing, I assume.
More twisted and
Yeah, just basically what you would
A word
expect
keeps
if you.
showing up in my head, but I don't know if Zar wants that said, so I'm gonna send the message you Zar.
But yeah, basically what you would expect if you threw Foldrin into the fucking dark world of Zelda. That this
The
basically
hot
is what
topic.
popped out. I mean, not fair. Yeah, hot topic version of Foldrin. But yeah, that's pretty much what you're looking at as far as the other Foldrin goes. Hello?
Yes.
Okay. It
I
got
was-
super fucking quiet there for a
I
second. I
sent
was like,
Zar a question in case he wanted to add anything to it. Because
gotcha.
I know a part of his, like, we worked on his character together. Well, I say together, but it was sort of like A or B, and it was like, ooh, this would be fun, and we kind of like bounced back and forth until he decided what he wanted, sort of thing. So I know some parts of his story that I shouldn't, so I'm not trying to take it in character, so I'm messaging him instead.
Oh no, I get you. And I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
it would make sense for Finn and Tholdrin to know a little bit more about each other than either of you would about Eris.
Possibly. Again, we're like ships passing in the night. Occasionally, we'll smash faces and give each other
sounded
bloody
bad.
noses.
Okay,
but-
that just sounded so raunchy.
Until she said
I
about
mean-
smashing heads against each other and giving each other bloody noses. That made it sound a
Yeah.
little less bad. That is
I mean,
definitely
Finn's
my
not
tune.
against it, maybe. I don't know. Finn's not straight. He's about as straight as a river, all right.
Hey,
But a river ain't straight.
that's exactly the joke
Exactly
she's
my
making.
point.
Oh, okay.
She's basically saying Finn is equal opportunity, bend over and take it.
hmm
Who knows? Finn may have some fun with his counterpart if he's up to that. His counterpart's obviously dressed for it.
I mean, his counterpart looks like he would have to be Dom all of the time or he wouldn't be satisfied.
I've lost my
Be like,
bottle
no.
of water. Oh, there it is.
You were not in charge. I am in charge, and this is why.
Crack.
Exactly. You get it. You get it.
Wait, did you put a collar on him too with a little bell?
No, it's not a bell.
No,
It just
that's
got the
something a sub wears. Dom does not wear the collar. That's just something the sub wears.
Unless, of
I
course,
said-
it's got the word "daddy" written on it.
Right?
Which
I
is
was
exactly what the
asking,
other
did
Finn
you
has.
put that on him?
And I don't think any of you heard what I just said either.
No, because she was also talking.
Yes, unless, of course, it's got the word "daddy" written across it. I said, which is exactly what other Finn has.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Finn would just see it and not be able to resist rolling his eyes.
Yeah, pretty much everything as an out of character, just kind of cliff note for you. The way that they behave is pretty much exactly however you see your character. It's the exact opposite.
hmm It's just hard to describe to the other people in the party if
No, I
they
get
don't
you.
know how their character would behave. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I get you.
But I barely tolerate my party.
Exactly. Which is why other Eris actually happens to like her party for the most part.
The fuck? Yeah, no.
Yeah,
something's wrong
other
with this
Eris
shit.
is like super chipper and like is like fucking hanging off the boys, being like, I love everyone or some shit. I don't fucking know.
And the real Eris is like, fuck these
So is
people. I
the
just want
question
out
to
of
me
here.
what a more hag-like Tholdrin would be?
I didn't quite hear all of that. All I heard was other Thag like other Holdren. Hag.
Other Tholdrin, he has some ideas like to add on to what other Tholdrin would look like if he was the true opposite of Tholdrin.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, because Tholdrin is resisting hag-like influences, not becoming a hag.
I mean,
Whereas probably the opposite would be, a hag.
oh yeah, most definitely.
Or more Hag-like.
Yeah, pretty much the
Uh,
other party is the exact opposite as far as morals go. If Foldren is sitting there
oh
resisting
yeah, well,
Hag-like
he would
influences,
probably,
he's embracing
yeah,
it.
things like, they'd probably be wearing human bones,
Yeah.
leather made from people.
So basically, fucking Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill.
No, Hags are just very obviously just gross,
No.
nasty creatures. I know, because
Okay.
humans.
Yeah.
But no, leather made from, people, like, chest piece with a human face stretched over it.
That's disturbing and awesome at the same time.
Well, it's
Right.
supposed to be. Hags are awful things that steal human souls and make bags out of them. Night hags. There's a bunch of different kinds of hags, but they'd probably have some fucked up teeth, punched back, maybe a little jar of eyes.
Now I'm just wondering if bags of holding come.
Your voice is fucking up, Tira. Doesn't come through clearly. Hello? Oh. Their Discord might be fucking up.
I would not be shocked at all.
How many times has mine kicked me off and then let me back on?
At least 3 times.
Maybe other Thaldrins munching on like a child arm. Very obvious hag signs.
Hey, that works.
But I'm sure if he looked like this, he'd be pretty obviously not good.
I mean, that ultimately comes down to a matter of perspective. Maybe to them, the regular party isn't good.
Yeah, we look sketchy as fuck because I'm not dressed in BDSM gear. Am I better now?
I look sketchy because I'm not wearing people.
I was in the other room, so that's probably what was going on. Yeah, I mean, it depends, like, how much they're trying to deceive us into thinking they're good people and try and help them out, right?
Can I
their true selves
observe them, I guess? Are they looking like a little too eager to get out? Like, they look like they're causing trouble or causing wrong? Like, can I look at the area around them, like any kind of signs of things they may have tried to hide but didn't?
As far as you can see looking into it, because I don't know if you remember or not, but as a reminder, you are basically outside the fog that's hiding the town. So pretty much all you see is just them on the other side with this giant fucking black dragon thing. But there's no real signs of anything, like any kind of a scuffle or anything like that.
No, like any fresh blood or...
Well, I mean, other Thaldrin pretty much seems like he's got blood on him, as does Eris,
Alright.
other Eris, but nothing like, oh my god, they just murdered somebody.
I mean, I can ask him where he got the face on his chest.
Hey, a nice face. What shop did you get that from?
Cannibals are us. So what is Eris doing?
Watching. Like, what the fuck is this? I don't want to be here.
Meanwhile, other Eris is just staring at regular, just dumbstruck at why she seems like she doesn't give a shit about anything around her.
And then I just flip her off.
To which the other one is just going to simply smile and wave.
You a fucked up bitch, ain't you? What kind of drugs are you on?
And she's going to bat her eyelashes at Eris and just kind of basically twist a dimple into her cheek.
Bitch be on drugs.
So is Finn going to try anything else, or?
Oh, I don't know if I asked this question. Did our Dragonborn have eyes?
Your Dragonborn?
Yeah, because
Oh,
their
right, yeah,
Dragonborn were eyeless, weird, eldritch abominations floating around.
Yes,
he did answer that last session. They do have normal
Alright.
eyes on our end. Yeah.
Coolio.
yeah, because you
Yeah.
had complimented the Dragonborn. I had said about how his eyes matched his scales.
And
I'm
he got
assuming you
mad
just
because
didn't
he didn't
remember.
want to be pink.
Yeah, he didn't very much not like that, and then threw a stone at you.
I missed,
Look,
but
bro,
you know.
your scales are beautiful. Embrace it, man.
I don't think you get to choose what color your scales, but you know, teach their own.
Exactly. So
I mean, you can
just
always paint
embrace
them.
it.
Yeah, but it's just
No,
gonna
I wouldn't
wash
do
off.
that.
Like,
I'd just say, like, you know, you should be
uh,
proud of them. Dude.
I guess Tholdrin's gonna walk to see what the state of their portal's at for charging.
That's gonna be a several-minute walk for Tholdrin, but once he does finally reach that, he's gonna notice that it's as near as he can tell. It's probably still going to be a couple of hours before that portal's ready to be used.
Oh. Well, he's gonna say to Finn, "Let's sleep on it."
Okay. I mean, if
Let's
you're not
sleep on the
even
portal.
sure, then yeah, just sleep on the portal, wake up the next day, like, oh fuck, we're back in the other place. Cool, awesome.
How
mean,
many
he's not.
times did we get jerked through time and space?
He's not in any rush to potentially unleash a man wearing people's faces.
I mean, do you think you could beat him? Or
Of course. Kind of
it's okay
questions
to say
that.
no. It's okay to say no. But the big
Do you think
concern
you can beat
honestly is,
yourself?
honestly, I don't know. Depends. Looks like he's had very different experiences than me. I
And
am
he might
not
like
too
it.
ashamed to say he might be stronger than me.
And he
All right.
might like it.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, let's sleep on it." And he's gonna go find somewhere outside of the town, but you know, safe-ish.
Okay. Finn would walk over to Eris and be like, "Hey, you tired? Thaldrin's taking a rest."
Also, I mean, by the time we wake up, the portal will probably be charged. So, what's the worst that could happen?
Maybe you better pick a defensible position.
That's what I'm
Sure.
doing.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go take a rest. Come on. He's headed this way. Finn's just gonna like go up to the others and just be like, "Look, we had a long fight just a few minutes ago. We're just gonna go get some rest while we try and plan this out. I suggest you do the same." And he just
Is he saying this to the other group on the other side, or
yeah, the others. That way they're not like, "Hey, you're walking away." He's just gonna be like, "We're just gonna go have a rest."
as Finn
I
explains
suggest you do
that,
the same.
there's just going to be a subtle smirk that spreads over other Tholdrin's face as Finn turns and walks away.
Okay.
Wait, what did they say?
Other
Nothing.
Tholdrin
He
just
just
got a
smirked at me.
smirk on his face as Finn's talking about that you all need a rest.
Hey, everybody needs a rest sometime. Why? You got something to say about that?
Why would I have anything to say about that?
I know that stupid smirk on your face says you do.
It's a stupid smirk, isn't it?
I mean, technically, if he is the oh wait, no, they're in the shadow place. Never mind, it wouldn't work. Fuck, nerd.
Finn would just like look between other Finn and other Thaldrin and like, what? You don't have the same banter? Nah, you're lost.
To which other Finn is going to reply, "Why would I banter with my slave?"
Oh, okay. You guys are like that. You know, maybe you should go do that while we do this. I mean,
So
gotta
someone's
make sure
into
you're
some.
satisfied.
What, Sakura?
So someone's into some kinky shit.
Not at all surprising.
Nice.
Being controlled by another. That's not very hag-like. Good to know
Does
other
he say that?
Thaldrin's weak.
Finn would just slide that information over to Thaldrin when he gets to the camp. Be like, by the way, apparently other you is other me's slave. Just something to chew on.
Yeah, thought you were looking at Finn and be like, sounds weak.
Right? They also smirked when I said we were going to get some rest, so. They either don't know their own limits or they're just trying to rile us up. Either way, I'm not giving it a second thought.
They could be making their own plan. They're just gonna shrug.
I mean, they probably are, but considering they haven't gotten themselves out yet, and it sounds like they desperately need our help, I don't think they've come up with anything good yet.
That and the whole reason that the portal thing would work is if we did it to their side. So we should be good. In case they are as unfavorable as they look.
My other question is, what's on the other side of their portal?
Well, I mean, based on the description, nothing good.
If there is a portal on their side, the other end leads to innocence like ours does. I'm a little bit hesitant to let this lay, but
The juicy drama. It's
Uh,
the juicy drama.
I'd like to find somewhere that's pretty hidden, pretty defensible, pretty out of the way to set up camp.
So pretty much the only place that you are able to locate fairly close by, ironically enough, seems to be on the back wall of the jail of the town.
I mean, I'm not doing it to be close by to them.
No, I get you, but that
Yeah, we
seems
just wanna
I'd
be
rather be
defensible and
closer
stuff.
to the portal, if anything.
well. The
But
jail
yeah,
itself is on
it's
the outskirts of town. It's kind of like right in the center of the.
You said
fog.
behind the jail?
Yeah, the jail itself faces into the town, but the back of it is at the outskirts from where it's physically located. So you're
Alright, I
basically
guess that'll do.
in the dense fog right between where it, if you were to walk just a couple of feet into the town, you would be able to see and hear everything. But where you're at, you're kind of like in the mists of sort, if that makes sense.
Sure.
I'm not sure if I'm
Yeah.
explaining that right.
Yeah, makes sense.
Do we not want to be able to see and hear what's going on in the town? Because if I'm going to take first watch, because I don't have spells I need to regenerate or anything. It's either me or Eris, one or the other. Don't know how many of her
Ugh.
abilities she needs to recover, but
Oh, and he's gonna be like, no fires. Like, no campfires, nothing to signal where we are.
yeah, that's fine by me. It's not particularly cold over here, I don't think.
Fairly moderate temperature.
I have to regenerate 1 blood rage and 11 hit points.
You're at full health according
Okay.
to what I see.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You get multiple rages. But yeah, Theldred's gonna conk out first.
As Eris
Yes,
found out in a previous fight, 1 rage isn't always enough in a day.
It's true.
This
You
is
should
true.
get some sleep. Who do I wake up for second watch? Do you want it or Eris want it?
I'm gonna point to the giant behemoth
Okay.
of a tiefling with a sword.
You okay for second watch, Eris?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Finn's gonna post up and
Post up.
hopefully it's not
Like
a super compromising location, because I feel like the back of jail, it only really has one wall, so I'd have to watch 3 directions at night, and in the fog that's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's still the day.
Is it? That tells you what I know.
I mean, we
But
were
regardless,
when
the
we
fog-
came here.
Regardless, the fog makes it as low visibility as if it were nighttime, so
Pretty much.
At least you could hear.
yeah, well, the fog's apparently cutting that off as well, because we can't hear town right now, and we're feet
I
from it.
thought we
so-
could. I thought we could hear the
No.
town from
He
here.
said on the other side of the thing we could hear it, but on the side.
Oh
we
yeah,
can't.
the other side of the jail.
I think I did not completely explain that properly. If Sakura will stop groaning over me. You can't hear and see everything, but you're close enough that anybody passing by, you can kind of see their outline and hear more or less what's being said, just not in like perfect detail. It's
Yeah.
just like kind of that gray area in whatever magic this fog holds. You just can't see and hear everything. It's kind of that bordering, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's still gonna put Finn on edge. It still feels like it's nighttime. He
Makes
does
sense.
not like the fog. I don't like being not able to see and hear for miles like I normally can. Yeah, he's gonna be on relatively high alert, not knowing anything about this place, not knowing if this is even the same realm they just came from. He's just gonna stay on high alert.
Something going through portals. Sleepy.
10 to 1, I'm about to do something that's going to freak out my party.
Oh,
You know what I'm
God.
going to do.
Oh
Aren't
god.
you going to sleep? Go to sleep. Leave poor Finn alone.
No,
Finn's
no,
about
Can I get a
probably
long rest?
yeah, you
I
can
has to
have your
feed
long
the
rest.
sword. I has to feed the sword.
Ah.
Can I just take a long rest? Can I just get my spells?
Yeah, feel free to
Yeah,
take your
take your
long
long
rest.
rest. Go.
Oh, hey gang, we can make the Rangers fight each other. Something feast of flesh, eh?
Of Rangers.
Oh, I'm
What
sorry, they're
Oh,
not
cool.
Rangers, the Dragonborn.
I only
What
need
do
a
I
short rest for my action surge, so.
what do I have to roll to feed the sword?
Considering how it's fed, you would have to roll your basically to attack yourself.
Oh, great.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you're doing that now, huh? Look at you go.
Hold
Good
on,
thing I'm
hold on.
sleeping.
If you're talking about blood, she doesn't have to hit herself. She just has to bleed onto the blade.
Yeah, if she's doing it
She just has to like
purposefully
open her
to her,
palm.
if she's doing it purposefully, she doesn't have to attack herself.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. Well, so you don't have to actually attack yourself. That does actually make sense.
They
But
say it better, you have to impale yourself.
yes,
What?
she has to impale herself on the sword, is what he's saying.
Seriously? It's not just a blood.
Yeah.
No. Hold on.
It's the Dante sword. It's the Devil
Yes.
May Cry. You know how many times you get stabbed with that thing?
And that's ultimately what led his sword to evolving. But no, the sword, when the whole interplay between Eris and Ravox played out, never corrected her that she needed to be stabbed with it. So Eris,
I mean,
in
it should
character,
have,
is
considering it wasn't getting its fee from her.
yeah, but it enjoys the pain that comes with that. That kind of makes the food more nourishing to it. It never took the time to say, "Hey, this isn't quite right." So she fully believes in
It-
character she has to be stabbed with it very violently.
Sword starves over misunderstanding, gets taken away by the sword.
Pretty much.
that makes no sense. If it's not getting enough nourishment, it should be speaking up and saying to her, "Hey, by the way, bitch, you feed me right, or I'm not helping you anymore." Like,
I mean, why do you think she's just all of a sudden saying that she needs to feed the sword?
okay, fine.
So what the fuck do I do?
So, since you are intentionally
Cosplay as a kebab.
since you are intentionally harming yourself for it, go ahead and roll effectively damage for stabbing yourself with a sword, because obviously, great big fucking sword, not going to be a tickle. All right, so you just fed it 31 points.
Oh,
Ouch. Damn near
wait, why is this attached? Oh, never
damn near
mind.
a
That was all the
fucking
spells.
fifth of her fucking health, too.
Alright, I think we're getting out of short rest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hit dice, people.
Huh?
If you got them,
What?
use them.
When you stabbed
I'm
yourself with the
assuming
sword just now, you basically did damn near a fifth of your health.
You said 31? I'm at
Yes.
113.
Okay. Good to know.
Damn, you're still 2 hit points above me.
Well, how much will I Bleh. How much will I get back with a short rest?
Depends on what you roll with your hit die.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Do you make any sort of outcry or anything as you do this?
More like son of a bitch.
Yep. Finn's gonna be like, "What?" and just turn and be like, "What the fuck? What are you doing?"
It was hungry.
It was. Are you fucking kidding me right now? You were just impaled yourself with. God fucking damn it!
It was hungry.
He just like all sorts of swear words are just pouring out of him right now. He's like looking around, trying to find something to like stem the bleeding so she doesn't fucking bleed out or some shit. And I'm gonna try and do this.
This is
See how much
fucking comedy gold.
fucking not much. I'm trying to remember how that works. You can roll a medicine check to heal someone out of combat. I just can't remember how it works exactly. Hold on.
Oh, that's fucking comedy gold.
What him going, what the fuck?
Yeah, just that whole fucking interaction between them. It was hungry. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yep.
It was hungry.
I mean that's the correct response.
At this point, pretty much everybody that sees this is going to start questioning whether or not Eris is actually sane.
Mm-hmm. Except for I don't know much about magic, but I have heard of cursed swords expecting to steal your soul or lifeblood or whatever. So this is kind of like I've never seen this before, but Jesus Christ, woman, or whatever. Insert D&D appropriate expletive here.
I'm just gonna kind of show Finn the sword and say it was hungry.
Just you had to impale yourself. You couldn't just bleed on it a little. Jeez.
I always thought I'd have to stab myself.
I mean, I don't know what stipulations your weapon has, but for the most part, most people will cut their hands and bleed on the blade, and that's it. Do you have a death wish?
You really want to answer that? Me to answer that?
He's just gonna meet her eyes very steadily and be like, "From what I understand, you have a husband somewhere."
So I like the idea of Finn freaking out, looking for something to help with the bleeding. Off to the side, there's just a healer.
Healer
Pleasantly
is sleeping.
sleeping.
I'm trying to let
Yeah.
him get his rest right
I
now.
know.
Okay.
It's just really funny.
That is rather humorous.
Yeah.
And
He is
just
gonna-
panicking. Felchin's over here just. Beep, 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 beep.
I mean, if they just sat down, then he might kick his boot and be like, "Can you help her, please?" But
That
yeah, he's gonna look
depends.
her. He's gonna look her in the eye and just be like, "From what I understand, you have a husband somewhere."
How much time would
Yeah.
pass before you decide to stab yourself with a sword, Sakura?
Like as soon as we sit down.
Oh. Yeah, you
You're
can
not
kick.
even.
That doesn't mean you
Unless
can't
you're a really
pretend.
fucking fast sleeper, you wouldn't be a fucking sleep yet. But
You can pretend.
he'd be like,
Yeah, heal, I guess. Would you like me to cast a spell? See how much healing I do?
Yes. If neither of them is arguing against
How
it,
much?
feel free.
How much damage did you take? 38? 32? 31?
31.
Alright. 5d8 plus 5. Cast at level 5. That's 29 healing. And then I'll just lay back down.
Nice. So she
Like,
basically
stop
only took
trying
2
to
damage total.
disembowel yourselves before, you know? Let me get some rest.
Here, stop trying to fucking kill yourself.
Disembowel yourself when we're not all risking our lives here.
Yay! I like 2 points from being at full health.
I go back to sleep. I have my long rest. Nobody stabs themselves, right? Finn? I'm not gonna wake up and you're not gonna be impaled by your whip, right?
I mean, that raises other questions if he is.
Listen, if there's a will, there's a way.
Yes.
Yeah, Thudrin's gonna sleep.
Okay.
Okay, does that mean I can speak now?
Oh, yes.
Anyway, now that she's all patched up again, Finn had the wherewithal to kick his fucking boot and be like, "Can you help her, please? I only know how to keep someone from dying, and she seems to be okay for the most part." But Fulger goes back to sleep, and Finn's just gonna, cast a glance around because he's still on watch. He's still checking things are going on, but he's gonna look her in the eyes and be like, "Look, I've met people like that before. You have a husband somewhere, right?
Mm.
If you have difficulty living for yourself, maybe think about living for him. Think about how sad or upset he'd be if you died. I know it's not easy, but sometimes it helps if you have someone else to live for. And if you ever need anyone to chat with, I know you don't seem exactly that kind of person and we don't know each other well, but I'm a good listener and I don't share people's secrets. So if you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here." He's just gonna chuckle and pat her on the shoulder. "Yeah, I can tell you're not the type to share, but anyway, just a thought. Don't think your husband would be too happy if you just killed over dead one day, and it wasn't dying in some epic battle to save someone from something, because that seems like you're more your type of way to go."
Meanwhile, Sesshomaru cradling
So
their
you're
baby. Go ahead,
so
Sakura.
you're telling me I could have just been slicing my hand on this fucking blade the entire time?
It depends how much blood it requires, but for the most part, from what I've heard, yeah, that seems to be the norm. I would, if you can talk to it. I don't know. I know some of them you can, some of them you can't. If you can talk to it, I might double check. But if it's been letting you stab yourself this whole time, I think it might have some sort of sick fucking enjoyment of watching you harm yourself. It might be something worth negotiating with it. Anyway, try and get some rest. I'll be on watch for a
Okay.
few hours and I'll wake you.
Yeah, that's for the joke I was getting ready to make. Meanwhile, Sesshomaru cradling their baby is sitting there cooing to her about how he's going to raise her after her mommy dies.
He's just ready for her mom to die. Cold bastard.
I mean, that's pretty much what Sesshomaru is a cold bastard. So that's not exactly
And yet somehow he fell in love with a human.
Who fell in love with him?
Sesshomaru.
He had a child with her and everything.
He had 2
I
children.
see.
As soon as she was,
2.
legal egg and everything. You're
I
right,
don't
too.
know.
He had to.
I don't know. I can't remember the name of the show. Catman.
Inuyasha.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen the entire thing of that, so I don't know any of the story or names.
Sesshomaru is the really fluffy one. Claims he hates this child and yet waits for her to come of age before he fucks her and gives her 2 babies. So
Is that not Inuyasha?
that's Inuyasha. That's what I said.
Yeah, is that not his name?
No. That's a different guy.
Inuyasha went through pretty much the exact same thing. He screwed a human and had a kid with her too. But Sesshomaru is his older, whiter brother.
His older also didn't Sesshomaru meet the kid when she was like 5 or something, whereas Inuyasha actually met Kagome when she was in her teens, so it was a much less ick.
I mean, to be fair, Rin was like 10 when he met her, so she was a little older than that at least.
Still ick.
I could see that if he had intended on screwing her at some point, if he let her follow him around. But more than anything, it was her persistence, I think, and he just didn't see her that way until she got older.
On today's episode of Morals in Anime, a deep dive.
Right? It's still weird. I'm sorry. It's
Hey, it's her fucking red flag that's doing it. Yeah, right,
He's
Zach.
hot.
I don't
Why?
care. That doesn't excuse
Why?
him from things that he's done.
Why is it? Why is it that is always the fucking excuse for a red flag anime character? But he's hot.
From her. It is always an excuse from her. You will not get that from me. If they're a red flag war criminal, I don't care how hot he is. I will drool over his hotness and then be like, nah, I would not hit that with a 10-foot pole.
Whoa,
Except
whoa,
unless I
whoa,
was
whoa,
gonna knock
whoa!
his head
Let's
off.
not talk down on war criminal age. All right.
I will talk down on war criminals all I want. There's nothing you can do about it.
There's other worse things than war criminals.
To be fair,
Okay,
the
and
fact
for
that
me,
There
most
are.
D&D parties
and I
just
must,
wind up as war criminals at some point.
and I'm gonna say this: it's not the
Not the one
not the Yuji Sukuna that I find hot.
I'm
It's
aware you
the
sent me things on fucking TikTok, which I didn't even know. Thanks for the spoilers.
it's the natural form Sukuna.
Like I said, thanks for the fucking spoilers.
Well, it says in
Nah.
the very beginning he was a monster with 4 fucking arms.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. You sent me spoilers of him being in a different host.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Everybody's been spoiled.
Spoiler warning to anybody
Anyway.
watching this who's not up to this point on Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's a
No,
little late.
I am not letting her. No, I didn't say who it was. I am not spoilering people. I am not like that. Sakura, on the other hand.
Anybody who
I
knows
saw the
Sakura well
picture
enough
and thought it
knows
was
hot.
already.
I did not know she was a spoilerific bitch, alright? Anyway, moving right along. I will keep watch for 4 hours and then I will tap Eris out. Does anything happen during my watch?
You'll hear several of the guards as they pass by mentioning something about a group that sounds very similar to your party and that it is hungry.
Wait, so there's another group like my party?
As far as you're aware, all you know is that you're the only party that looks like you. You didn't encounter anybody in the town that looked similar to the party with the giant dragons flying around.
Except for the guys fucking cross the mirror or whatever you want to call it. Can I call out to them?
You
And
can
be
call
like,
out
excuse
to
me,
them.
gentlemen, no word.
I mean, you sure you want to call out to them if the other guys have crossed over? But I'm asleep.
No, it's the guards I'm calling out to, the ones who
Oh.
said they've seen this. Yeah.
To which a
Yeah, he'd be
blue
like,
dragonborn is going to peek around the corner angrily at you.
sorry to interrupt, but I heard you mentioned another group. Can you tell me anything about that?
I should clarify in that the group that they're discussing, Finn is under the assumption that they're talking about another group. If you still want to go through with that action, then feel free.
Well, you're not just explaining things very well then. Are they
Okay.
talking about us or are they talking about a group that looks like us? Because depending on your answer, I would react differently.
The descriptions that you're getting bits and pieces of the group they're referring to seem to match identically to the party.
Okay, so they're just talking about us. Why don't you just say that?
And are they looking for us?
It would
What
appear
exactly are they saying about us?
they're saying that the master is hungry and that they're looking for the party.
Okay, then I will keep my mouth
Master
fucking shut.
There you go.
hungry.
I was like, I
That's the
really
thing.
don't
When
think
you
you want to go
say-
into it. Yeah,
The
I
thing
realized it
is,
was my
you
mistake.
said a group that looks like us. When we already know of one that looks like us, I'm curious if there's a third group of us walking around here somewhere. No, that's not what you're saying. It's they're actually talking about us. That's
Yes,
different.
That was my bad.
Okay,
And I admit
then I will keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, I was like, how do I tell her that she basically just fucked up?
I didn't. You did.
I know. But that's why I
Alright
was
then.
saying that if you still choose to go through, I'll let you.
I did not fuck up. You did. Don't you even try that shit.
No, I'm saying like if even after really the timing on that Sakura, that's great. Even
I'm
knowing that
sorry.
if you had chosen to continue the action is why I was saying he fucked up.
Oh. No. No.
Yeah, I was like, does Finn have a death wish now?
God no. He may have spent a lot of time with two people that apparently have death wishes, but it does not rub off on him. He is good. But yeah. Anything else that goes on during my 4 hours?
No, other than them saying about the master being hungry and looking for obviously Finn, Foldrin, and Eris. There's really nothing of note there. You'll hear a couple of guards just talking about the weather, but nothing of importance.
Right. Is there anything about the purpose of why they're looking for us, or just they're looking for us? Oh, and by the way, the master's hungry.
I mean, Finn would obviously probably jump to the conclusion that the two are not exactly exclusive from one
Yeah.
another.
We are the food. I did
Yes,
get that.
yes.
Okay. So when I go to wake Eris up, I'll let her know. By the way, we might want to keep a low profile. Looks like they're planning on feeding us to something. So keep a low profile on your watch. Other than that, there wasn't anything going on.
Yeah, keep a low profile with the giant fucking serpentine dragon following the party around.
Look, I'm sure it's curled up against the wall somewhere, trying to stay out of sight.
Luckily, the one that y'all are with is, in fact, trying to keep you safe.
Yes, good.
So, yes, instinctively, it is curled up, sleeping at the moment.
Cute.
Which is probably exactly where Eris was sleeping, was on top of the coils of it.
Mm-hmm.
I knew
Yep.
it. So now Eris is currently up and on watch after having recovered her other 2 hit points from that short rest. Because I'll be nice.
Well,
What's
she's
that?
gone. Don't come back.
Oh, did it pop
I'll
out
come
on
back.
her? Okay.
Yeah. You didn't hear the disconnect noise? Oh, there she
No.
goes again.
Yeah, my thing when streamer mode is active, I try to keep it
Oh,
off,
yeah.
but it doesn't always work. So
And she's back again. Sakura!
welcome back.
Are you alive? Sakura?
Do you need Sesshomaru to perform resuscitation?
Mouth to mouth, you could say.
Yes. Or if it were Sukuna, mouth to mouth, mouth to mouth, mouth to mouth resuscitation.
Jesus Christ. She only has one mouth, okay?
Doesn't mean he wouldn't switch.
I mean... Sakura, you alive? I don't know if she's alive.
I think this is the point where that, if I could fucking edit, where the little technical difficulty sign would pop up on the stream.
Gotta do that.
She.
And set up another scene just for technical difficulties. I have that on my OBS. I have a scene just for technical difficulties.
We'll have to talk about that at some point.
Yeah,
I
sure.
just have a be right back.
A beer at back works too, yeah, if he goes for a lung dart or something. But this is Sakura.
I typically just
Right.
pull up fucking Microsoft Paint with a black background and just start typing shit out. Like, I'm that
That works
guy.
too. Yeah, there's one guy on Coffee that I get most of my stuff from. He does my music. He does my technical difficulties screen. He does my stingers, which are the things that, like, when you toggle between scenes, there's a little loading screen, and you can have like different things to show on your loading screens for people.
Nice.
And she's gone again.
I think she's just having
She-
technical difficulties on her end.
Yep, she's having the yo-yo experience.
Bing bong. She said her computer restarted itself.
Okay.
So she's
That's
probably
fair
going to be
enough.
another moment.
I mean, that's good. At least with a restart, it should be better when she rejoins again. Should not drop again. Should being the keyword.
We can only hope.
Yep.
Yeah, she said she basically had to undo the HDMI cord and had to restart the laptop. So she had
Okay.
some severe technical difficulties over there. Yeah, so I do. As far as the whole misunderstandings and shit, I'm sorry about that. This whole thing has just had me kind of fucked up this week.
That's all good.
So,
I've had a fucked up week myself. Like I said, I do have a bad case of the holiday blues. So when the holidays get closer, ever since I moved here, I have like one friend in my local area and one friend I can get together for Christmas with, and even my digital, like my online European friends, I don't really get to talk to anymore. So when Christmas comes around, I feel really lonely really easily. So thankfully, my best friend has invited me. His whole family has invited me over next Friday, so I'm going to theirs, and he's gonna come visit tomorrow night. But that's
aw.
the most I get. So yeah, Christmas fucking sucks. It used to be, several days of just spending time with the family, and then it went from that to nothing. So it's just kind of, yeah, a bit much for me right now. So
Soon enough, Pumpkin. We're
yeah.
gonna fly out there, collect you, bring you back, and you will be surrounded by family around holidays.
That would be nice.
Yes.
I would need someone to look after the kitty cats, unless we're each gonna fly with a kitty cat on our lap.
Pretty much. I live
The
kitties.
cats be like, "What is happening?"
Why?
We've never been outside before, and now this shit. What are you doing to us?
Are you good now, finally, Sakura? Sakura.
Beep boop.
It's
There
like
we
my
go.
HDMI. It's like my HDMI cord went out, and it said no signal on my TV.
Mm.
Well, I unplugged the HDMI cord and plugged it back in, and then my Palm computer went wonky and restarted itself.
Oof. Are you good now?
The thing, if
I mean, I think that pretty much answers that question. I guess more importantly, what I should be asking is, can you all hear me? Am I still here?
computer, I
I can hear you. Yeah. Sorry, I was replying to a few friends while Sakura was AFK. So
You're good.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Nice. Alrighty. So yes, I believe pretty much the last thing you heard, Sakura, was that I had said about I would assume since the giant ass dragon is curled up right now, sleeping, that's probably where Eris was asleep when Finn went to wake her up for her watch.
I do believe I heard a confirmation in the affirmative that yes, Erica was Erica. Wow, Eris was asleep on the giant fuck off snake.
Eris.
Erica. Your name is Erica now. That's it. You have no choice in the matter.
Gonna wind up getting called Air Rekka from the fucking locals now.
You still here, Sakura? It's your watch. I heard something.
Nope.
No?
Can you not hear me?
We can now.
There you are. No, we couldn't for a bit there. I can hear you now.
Okay.
If you're being
Yeah,
too low and grumbly, sometimes it doesn't pick
but
up, so.
No, it's my internet right now.
Okay.
Because I see it. It's like, it says voice channel, and it's like, it keeps on going from red to yellow.
Yeah, it's definitely internet then.
But yeah, if this computer goes out, screw. Who fucking wants what? Oh, it's you.
Was that Eris saying that, or were you
Boys
saying that
play
about somebody?
night.
It's me saying that about somebody.
Oh, it's you.
Right? If Eris said that, Finn would be like, "Hey, oh,
I'm getting very
be all nice
fucking
to you, and now you're that stank eye. Gee,
and get very fucking Fenton vibes off of Sakura right now.
whatever that
Oh,
is.
you've never
Okay.
watched that 70s show?
Not in a long time.
Yeah, the real skinny fucking gay guy that had the issue with Fez. Oh, it's you.
Okay. Do I roll anything to see if I get my last 2 hit points back?
You clearly missed that part. I said, and during your short rest, you got your 2 hit points back. Because I want to be nice.
Here's the thing with that.
Yeah.
Probably cut out around that time.
I know. That's why I said that I assumed you didn't hear it. At least that was what I intended to say.
Normally what you have to do is you have to roll your hit die, but given it's only 2 HP, you got enough hit die to cover that. You're good. Even if you roll 1, you got that. I think is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you burn a hit die just because of 2 fucking hit points.
Well, it doesn't matter. You get all your hit die back.
Yeh.
Yeah. At least I think you do in a short rest. I know you do in a long rest. I don't know.
I think you get like 1 back per short rest. There's some exact formula for it. You get like up to
Google.
half or some shit.
So either way, I would have gotten 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Hit points equals 12. Okay.
Okay, so you only get your spent hit dice back from taking a long rest.
Yeah.
You don't get them back during a short rest. You can spend them during a short rest, but you don't get them back during a short rest.
Yes. But also,
Yeah.
how often are we going to use them?
Also,
We have 12 of them.
what is
Just
your,
FYI.
what is your Constitution modifier, Sakura?
Well, that's a good point too, yeah.
Yeah, because what I'm looking at right now, I'm not sure if it's completely accurate or not. It says during a short rest, you may choose to roll any number of your hit dice and regain HP equal to the number rolled plus Constitution modifier for every hit die used.
Yep.
During long rest, you regain all of your HP and spell slots. You can also restore half your hit dice.
Half? I was saying, it depending on what you're looking at. Are you looking at 5e or are you looking at 2024? Because in 5e you get all of your hit dice back in a long rest.
That I'm not sure of.
Either way, does it matter if we have all of our hit dice?
Oh, this would definitely be 5e specifically because this was a thing on the D&D Beyond message boards about 3 years ago. But either way, no matter what's your Constitution modifier, Sakura?
4.
Yeah, so pretty much anything 5 or below, even if you roll a 1 on your fucking hit die, you get all that health back. So there's really no point.
Nice.
It's just 2 hit points. What's
Guess what? Fuck you all.
Okay.
I don't know what you have against us, but all right.
All right.
I'm not the one who stabbed myself with a fucking giant sword. All right.
Letting fucking Sephiroth yourself.
Right.
It's a greedy bastard. What do you expect?
Again, it's a conversation you need to have with your sword. Be like, "Oi, why have you been making me impale
It
myself?"
doesn't.
Excuse me.
It's the only. It's the only way to feed it properly.
Again, the conversation you need to have with your sword because, like I said, several other weapons
Already
require
had the
blood.
conversation.
I don't
I've
know
already
that,
had
do
the
I? You haven't
conversation
told
with
Finn
that
about it.
sword.
You haven't told me about it, so how am I supposed to know? Jesus Christ.
I'm assuming
Yes,
that that's
because I have
Finn.
access to your DMs, so I totally know what conversation you've had with your sword.
All right, so Finn is now asleep, I assume, since he's taking his
Mhm.
long rest.
Short rest.
Well,
Long rest is 8 hours. Short rest is 4.
if everybody's switching every 4 hours, the Uldren will have completed a long rest before it's his turn
Right,
to
and
go on
both of
watch.
us get a short rest, which is why I was looking up how many hit die we get back, and how many, whatever. I'm just gonna shut up now. Nobody's fucking listening to me anyway.
Well, no, the reason I'm asking is because if it's 4 hour intervals that everybody's changing out, by the time Finn wakes back up, he'll have completed a long rest.
Incorrect, because
Okay.
we're only resting for 8 hours.
Gotcha.
I got 4, she got 4, Thaldrin got 8.
That was where I was confused. That was on me. I don't know how I
Otherwise,
missed
she
that.
would have slept for 8, and Thaldrin and I would have swapped out, or vice versa. Like, there's no way for all of us to get 8 hours if we're only taking.
Well, if we want to make sure everybody get an 8, we can do that.
I don't need 8, I only need 4. And I made that clear at the beginning, but again, nobody was listening to it.
Alrighty. So now Finn's working on his rest, Thaldrin is still asleep, and Eris is currently on the lookout. Or is she actually looking out like she's supposed to, or is she sitting there transfixed on the dragon?
I'm doing the lookout.
All the reluctance in that statement. Luckily for Eris, other than just random inane babble from the guards to one another, she doesn't hear anything of note from them throughout her watch. However,
Okay, good.
However, towards the end of that 4 hour period, however, I don't know why I keep saying the word however so many fucking times, you will hear just this loud, well, not hear, feel this loud tremor shaking through the ground as these just enormously fucking loud thuds start filling the air.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that would wake all of us, but at least it would wake Finn. He's a light sleeper.
Yeah.
You're saying a buzz?
No. Basically, like, you hear just heavy things smacking the ground, slowly moving towards the town.
Uh-oh.
From where?
From where you are, it would effectively be off to the north. So
Is that
effectively on
towards where we were talking to the boys, or
no,
in
that
some sort of?
the exact opposite direction of the other party.
Okay.
So you're on the opposite side of town from where this noise is coming from. And if Finn is a light sleeper, I'm fairly certain he would in fact get woken by that.
Yeah, he's up. He's got a weapon in each hand. Got a whip in his right hand, short sword in his left, just being like, the fuck is that?
Mm.
Is Tholdren doing anything in this, or
I mean, Thaldrin will also be awake and alert at the sudden noise.
after a few minutes, feeling the tremors getting longer and more violent, there's just going to be this low, menacing growl starting to fill the air. Still on the other
I
side.
imagine Finn would have told us about what he heard with the guards.
Mhm.
He'd have to pass it on to you because he's already told Eris, but yeah. he'll pass
Yeah.
it on.
Alright, then.
He's like,
Tyrion-
that better not be their master, and then explain.
Yeah, he'll be like, well, being looked for to feed to something called a master. Sudden loud growly noise. Things are looking great. What's the state of the portal?
The portal is
Not
at this
near the
point.
portal.
Oh, that's right.
I don't
You would
think.
have to make your way to that. Thank you
I
for that.
stealthily
Actually,
do that.
You're welcome.
You can certainly try to.
Is it? Wait, where's the sound coming from? Is it the direction of the portal or the opposite? Probably the opposite. No, it's the direction of the portal, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Kidding me.
Oh no. Well, I'm gonna try stealthing, and if I get it, I'm gonna go a different direction.
Wait a second. I'm gonna cast.
Okay.
I'm
You
gonna
can still
cast
cast
Pass Without a Trace.
on all of us.
It's
that
a 30. It's a
Nice.
space around me.
Very nice. Okay.
30 feet around me, including me. So just add 10 to whatever your score is. So I got a 19.
I got a 21. Eris, roll stealth. Sakura.
I'm trying to find it.
I love
On the
the way
skills, it's alphabetical. It's the second from the bottom.
Oh,
She got a 13. She got a
That-
13. and it's
that
not
track.
bad.
The thing that runs up on people and
My
beats them
bitch
to
ain't
death.
stealthy.
Exactly my point. Eris's character is like just comically intriguing
Unstealthy.
in what she can accomplish without having any devotion to it, and what she very clearly, per her, the stereotype of her character type, doesn't accomplish. It's just hilarious the way it works.
I can knock heads like it's nothing. But let me have to do stealth. I fell every time.
She can very handily rip somebody's throat out through their asshole, but cannot sneak past anybody to save her life.
I mean, that sounds about right for a barbarian. So
Pretty much.
It checks.
Eris would be the type that she would succeed on a fucking stealth check and then just scream surprise attack while swinging at somebody.
Yup.
Alrighty.
Alright. We're making our way over.
So, with those rolls, Tholdren and Finn will very easily be able to stay out of sight as you all are sneaking around towards getting to the portal. And
Wait, how stealthy is the dragon?
I'm going to assume that it's on par with Sakura because I just never made a stealth
Yeah.
stat block for it. So,
Fair enough. It is a big fuck off dragon. They can probably hear it slither.
yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
So, Finn and Tholdren are going to have no problem sneaking closer to the portal and see, because they started out before Eris, they're going to see this gigantic 15-foot goat demon standing in the center of town with a very
Is it the
large.
one making all the noise?
Oh yeah, this is. You can very clearly tell that this is the motherfucker making the noise, who's holding a very large, gnarled-looking burlap sack over his shoulder.
Oh, look, it's cramped.
Eris, on
Get
the
out of
other
my
hand,
head.
Eris, on the other hand, and the dragon are very easily going to get spotted. And this same roar,
Yeah.
the same growling noise you heard is going to issue forth from the creature again, turning into a full-fledged roar of anger.
I'm just gonna flip it.
Flip it off. Czar, no.
What happened?
I think Czar discovered the new mechanic of the fucking boss fight before the fight even started.
What mechanic is that?
The stuff mechanic.
Oh god.
Where did Zarzar go?
He'll be back
He
in a
got
second.
Zarzar.
Excuse me. Oh, I have to plug my mouse in.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. We called it. Fucking Krampus.
I mean, to be fair, we all pretty much voted on this happening, so it's not a surprise that you
I
guessed it.
Krampus.
Uh-huh.
I was joking about Krampus. I was like, if you're gonna do something, it's got to be Krampus. It's from my back from my LARP days. It was a horror LARP, so we got Krampus and something called the Panthergast, which I don't know if it's from something else, but it would only hunt elves and everyone else it couldn't be bothered with, but it would hunt you down and try and kill you. So as playing an elf for my first time in LARP, I was just like, I'm gonna hide now. Hey, really strong Viking guys, can you hide me? The Panthergast is out here, and they're like, yeah, come on in. We'll protect you. They're their little elf. I need to look it up actually. If the Panthergast is from something, I'm sure it is.
Underworld?
Yeah, I was wondering if it was from something else though.
Leandra's first creation, however, was not even Bahamut or Icarus before all was created Panthergast. It was Leandra's first attempt at the creation of a sentient being, an experiment, if you will. Panthergast was a simple being, base and needy like a child. It bathed in the attention of its creator and was content for a long, long time. Yeah, it's off of underworldlarp.wikidot.com.
And I just said that's the LARP I was in, where the
Right.
Panthergast was coming. I didn't know
Right.
if it had another origin other than that. I am seeing it in other LARPs, however.
Okay. All
Yeah.
I did was just put in Panthergast into Google, and that was literally the first thing.
Yeah, and then you said Underworld LARP, and I said, yeah, that's the one I was part of.
No, it's just
And then
more
you
than
kept going.
anything, that was interesting to me, is why I was saying that. Or reading that, I should say.
Looks like in this other LARP you can actually summon the Panthergast. Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
Oh, refugee?
I still have PTSD. Refuge LARP, yes.
My bad. There is no second.
Refugee LARP is just refugees. I do wonder where the original mythos comes from.
So I'm not 100% sure exactly what is going on, but Czar just messaged me, said he has to hop out. Feel free to go on without me. I'll stay long enough to hear the result and rejoin on my phone.
God damn it. Dark.
I am so
We're not gonna
happy
just
that I planned this encounter out for as late into the session as possible, just so that if something happened, nobody would be fucked out of the fight. Because let's be honest here, nobody's gonna want to go into a fucking boss fight down a party member.
I mean, you didn't tell us what reaction it had to her flipping it off.
Oh, I understand that, and I was getting ready to address that, and then he disappeared, and she said she'd be right back.
Oh, I didn't hear her say she'd be right back.
No worries. Yeah, that was the only reason I haven't addressed anything yet. Just
I
because
thought I sidetracked you with the Panther guest, but
no. No, literally as soon as he vanished, she had said, "Well, where'd he go?" Welcome back, by the way, Sakura. She had said, "Be right back," and then kind of hopped away.
oh,
So, are you back, Sakura? Okay. So, in response to you flipping the creature off, it's going to basically just lay its head back, roaring, causing the ground to shake beneath you, and pretty much just push. It's going to almost feel as if reality itself is warping as the ground covers in ice between you and all around.
we get roped in even though it can't see us.
Well, it's not focused on you. This is more like the area around it is being affected, and as a byproduct, since you are physically there, you're kind of
Mm,
being affected but not noticed, if that makes sense.
okay, so we're still
Yeah,
being well enough hidden in this terrain change that he hasn't noticed us yet.
correct. Boldrin and Finn are
Okay,
still
cool.
not noticed, but the giant ass dragon and the tiefling have been.
You need to bring the dragon onto the playing field if it's going to join us in this fight.
It's really not. There was never any intention for it to be a combatant.
Ooh.
So
Giant fuck off dragon, and it's over there cowering like a puppy who's been kicked too many times.
I just said it was never intended as a combatant. I'll let you
If
make
she
whatever you
decides
will of
to
that.
pick it up and use it as a whip, that's entirely up to her.
Yes, I would love to see Eris attempt to wield a fucking 100-foot dragon snake as a whip. So how is Eris going to respond to this very obvious roar of challenge from the creature?
Coulda.
Your mic's not picking you up, and I think you're being a little too low voiced. Because I saw your icon light up.
I said, tell it to fuck off, fugly.
This is not going to help the situation. Damn it.
If you make it mad, it makes mistakes.
Mm.
Because I don't help the situation. I just antagonize.
Sounds about right.
So in response, the creature's effectively going to now rush Eris. Head down, horns forward, full on fucking tilt.
What? Can I try to grab the horns? Can I try to grab the horns?
You can certainly try to.
What do I roll?
I would assume that's going to be a strength check. Because it's not like
Alright.
jumping through the air or anything. You basically would just have to stand there with your arms out and see whether or not you can withstand the fucking force of it. So,
Hello.
I would love to know why that shit just does not fucking save when I tell it to do so. 1 second here.
Let's just see. Where did Zarzar go?
He had to hop out. He said he basically has to. He didn't exactly give detail, just said he would listen in for the result to see what happened.
Oh, okay.
This thing is just really out to piss me off sometimes, I swear.
Apparently he has his PC set up upstairs and not in his room, and he's being told he has to move it or something. Don't know why that has to happen right fucking now, but okay.
Yeah,
Why does everyone I know have shitty families?
I mean, that's part of the reason why we all wound up as a group.
Yeah, even my parents would wait until I was done with the thing. I'd be like, look, I got 2 more hours. Can it wait? And they would be like, yeah, that's fine, just as long as it gets done, sort of thing. Even my parents aren't that shitty. Jesus Christ.
I'm not sure. Well, that was a. Okay, so that's how that rolled out then. All right. Yeah, so you were going to manage to grab hold of the horns, and you are now effectively grappling it by the horns.
Nice.
Of course, you're also going to slide back several feet, but luckily for you, you're not close enough to ram into anything because of that. So effectively, this all plays out that from wherever Finn and Tholdrin are hiding out to stay stealthy, they're going to see this 15-foot fucking demon charging Eris, and without even flinching, she's just going to lift her arms and catch it by the horns, sliding back a few feet before just standing her ground against it.
Finn knows her reputation. He knows he doesn't need to dive in right away to rescue her.
And think about it. This is before I've even raged.
Yeah. So, do we want to continue on nonetheless, as Zara had said he's fine with, or do we want to save this for the fight being the primary focus of the session for next week?
I mean, if we're going to be rolling initiative, I'd like to wait for Zar.
Makes perfect sense. I'm assuming that was an affirmative response, Sakura, to the question.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So, looks like that's all we have currently for session this evening then, for anybody watching. Be sure to join in with us next week to see exactly how the party deals with the Christmas-hating Krampus. As it should be all too apparent on screen for anybody watching the stream, but that's what this is. Yes. And there's going to be...
Whenever I get the feeling our holiday weapons are going to do more damage against him simply because they're Christmas themed.
I don't know. You'll have to find out. I mean, there's a reason why they're augmenting offense and defense.
Are they augmenting defense? I forgot to add that.
Oh, yes. The armor that you're wearing gives
I know
you
they
+1.
get a +1 to hit, but...
You've got a +1 to hit and a +1 to AC with the Christmas weaponry. Or Christmas armaments.
Oh, right. I forgot I was wearing that silly looking armor.
The Nutcracker doublet.
I need to adjust this somehow then. Hold on.
No worries.
Okay. And then I want to add, what did you call it?
Oh, the armor?
Nutcracker armor?
I called it as a joke, I called it the Nutcracker doublet. But
doublet? All right, done.
Now that I'm thinking about it, that actually fits perfectly for what it showed on that picture.
14, and we're gonna go so 9 shed. Wait, why is this?
So, my So my stuff adds a +1 to my AC and +1 to hit, right?
Correct. But it is only
Okay.
Christmas Sword Dante. Or Candy Sword Dante, I said.
So I
There we
just
go.
rolled the demon sword.
Do what?
So do I just roll the normal demon sword?
Yeah, we're just basically gonna, whatever it rolls, it's gonna be a +1 to the hit, and then just assume that everything else is normal with it. Aside from the fact that Eris is literally going into the battle when she does attack it with a literal bloody candy cane. Because somebody decided to feed her sword, not knowing that there was a fucking boss battle right up in front of her.
I mean, sounds like the best thing she could have done to me.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So I have a question about that fucking sword.
Okay.
Does it also feed? Does it have to technically feed off of me?
Yes.
Or can it feed off of my victims? So
No,
it can feed off.
no, it cannot feed off the victims. It's because of the why do I keep the attunement? It can only
You
be fed
basically
through
have
that.
a pact with the weapon, and unless you are the one bleeding, you're not fulfilling your end of the bargain, essentially.
Correct.
Well, fuck.
Do you really think the demons would be that forgiving on a contract?
Hell no.
Why do I get the feeling at some point in the fucking future, Sakura is going to be playing a magic user with Eris as her fucking patron?
Wait, Eris could be a patron?
Literally anyone can be a patron. She has actual magic spells that she can
So
give to
it
someone.
could.
Wouldn't be a very powerful warlock, mind you.
It'd be a no fucks given.
Pretty much.
No fucks ever given.
The oath of fuck around.
Oath to fuck around and fucking find out.
That was kind of implied when I
What
said
does it
the oath
give
of fuck around.
you?
It gives you the power to fuck shit up.
Enormous strength. Enormous. And the I don't fucking care.
Special technique, the double knocker knockout.
I'm just gonna say that would be fucking funny.
What would?
Have Eris as a patron. Just she don't give a fuck.
Pretty
She
much.
grants her people enormous strength and a fuck around and find out attitude. And a no fuck. What happens when someone threatens?
And she goes beep boop. Beep beep boop.
Off like fuck you. No.
I think she's been going all this time and hasn't heard us telling her about the Robo thing.
Until the end, and that's what the grumble comes from.
Motherfuckers.
I mean, we got the gist of it. That you find it funny that basically all she does is give them power, physical strength, and the ability to not give a fuck.
Also, I updated my weapon.
Awesome. You seem to know more about Roll20 than I do, so I'm going to trust that you got it right.
Essentially, I just set it up. I copied the way my whip was set up, and I gave it the +1 for the hit. So it's not actually, when we go back to using my actual weapons, I'm not going to accidentally have that +1 to hit in there. I set it up as a whole nother weapon.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I'll probably just add the plus
That works.
Yeah, just remember to take it off after, that's all.
to my roll. No, I'll just like look at it and just go, okay, that's a +1, and just physically add it.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
I do not know how to plug stuff in like that, so fuck that shit.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I asked a certain individual to help her with that never got around to doing so. Because obviously didn't care about anybody but himself. Of course, as the DM, it's pretty much on me to help you with that. So I will make sure that we get that taken care of as a separate thing altogether. Did it go robo on me as well, or no? Hello.
Huh?
There we go.
What?
Go on and go to sleep, Sakura. Go take your medicine.
Medicine knocked me out. Good long time. Medicine good.
She's adorable.
Medicine made me go sleep. I can't fight sinuses if I sleep.
Go take
You
your
don't
medicine.
have
Go to
to fight
sleep.
them if you're
Coma.
asleep.
What?
Go take your medicine. Go sleep.
I yeah.